Hello students, let's work on this problem. So I'll start by reading it. Carol places two numbers on the number line. Which of the following numbers is located between these two numbers? So first of all, I need to understand what it means by between. And of course, they're talking about two numbers, right? So between means that it has to be a number that is somewhere in the space between those two numbers that are given to me, which I still do not know what is equivalent to that, but I do know that it has to be in that space that I just highlighted. Is that correct? Okay, so the next thing I need to do is, well, I need to find what is the equivalent decimal for those numbers. So let's start with the first number. I do need to find the equivalent of square root of 36 over 2 pi. So go ahead and input that in the calculator and let's see if you can find what is equivalent to that. You gotta practice on the calculator, remember? So the next thing is to write down the equivalent, which is 0.95. I will write down the number right above my square root of 36 over 2 pi on the number line. So let's write it down. The next number is 2 pi over 5. Let's go ahead and input those numbers in the calculator and you will get 1.25. I will write down 1.25 right above my number. So let's analyze that before we even look at the answer choices. So I'm looking for a number that is between, and we'll think about money, 95 cents and $1.25. Is that correct? All right. So let's do the following numbers. So now I need to find pi over 2. So please input that in the calculator so that you can tell me what is the answer for that. Yes, it is going to be 1.57. So let's write down 1.57 for pi over 2. $1.57. Let's write it down right here. How about the next one? Square root of 49 over 7. Yes, what is the answer for that? Anybody? Yes, it is a 1. Very good. So let's write it down. Since 1 is a whole number, we can always write down a decimal next to it, and that would be $1. What about 4 over 5? That's a common fraction, hopefully. And that will give you 0.80. Yes, you need to write it down. So we said 0.8 or 0.80. Is that right? Very good. And the last one is 1 3/10. That will give me the only number that you gotta change. It's the 3 over 10, which is the fraction. And that will be 0.3 or 0.30. Very good. So let's write it down. 1.3 or 1.30. 1.3. We can say 1.30 as well. Very good. Next thing that we gotta do is we need to place those numbers on the number line. And I always think about money. I think that's the best way to help us. So the first one is 1.57 or $1.57. And would that be more than $1.25 or less? It is more, right? So we'll put it way over here on the right side. This will be 1.57 or $1.57. And my next number will be 1, which is $1, right? So $1, it's more than 95 cents, but it's less than $1.25. So my 1 will be somewhere over here. And I am going to write down the equivalence for that. The reason for that is because I do notice that that number is on my yellow section, right? Which I'm thinking that's my answer, but let's move on to the next one. So we did the first two. What about 0.80? That would be before 0.95, right? Yes, because 80 cents is less than 95 cents. So we'll go ahead and place it right over here. What about the last one? 1.30, $1.30. It is more than $1.25, but less than $1.57. So we'll write it down right here. What is the only number that is in the yellow line or in the yellow section? Yes, this is the only number that is there. Therefore, my answer is letter B. Very good.